Right now, projector brands are pushing things to the absolute limit, and we're living in the best times for home cinema. Stunning image, insane brightness, ultra-low latency gaming, dual direction lens shift, and even an AI-powered gimbal, all packed into just one device. This is JMGO's latest 4K flagship, the N3 Ultimate. But is it actually the one you should buy? Let's inspect. If you want one of the most advanced, feature-packed projectors available right now, this easily is among the best. But it's not for everyone. It is expensive, and some of its biggest advantages only matter if you truly care about image precision and set flexibility. If you do, you're gonna love it. If not, you might be overpaying, and I'm gonna give you some ideas for good alternatives. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Michael. You can call me the TechMishka, and I'm testing and reviewing smart technologies for many years now. Testing this projector has been a very interesting experience, mainly because when I first got it, I didn't even have full access to the specs, so I had to explore everything hands-on, and that made me appreciate it even more. Full disclosure, I got this unit from JMGO and could use it for about 3 weeks before the official global release, yet the software, as far as I understand, is ready, and I won't use it as an excuse for certain issues if we discover such during testing. Let's start by exploring the image quality. I can describe it with just one word: perfect. This is the first high-end projector I've tested where I genuinely didn't feel the need to adjust brightness, colors, contrast out of the box. The factory tuning is exceptionally accurate. Of course, if you have specific preferences, or if you're projecting on a wall with a slight tint, or you want a sharper or softer image, there are plenty of controls to fine-tune everything. But the fact that you don't need to touch anything out of the box says a lot. The only parameter I slightly adjusted was MEMC, that's the motion smoothing algorithm. It's designed to make movement look smoother, but when watching football through online TV streams, doesn't always behave perfectly, so reducing it a bit gives me more natural result. The brightness? Clearly pushed to the maximum possible for this type of projection technology. For the record, I'm really pleased with the way JMGO fight the rainbow effect here. When I said that we're living in awesome times for projectors, I really mean it, because here we have two technologies that feel almost groundbreaking. The first one is the dual direction lens shift. What this means in practice is that without physically moving the projector, you can adjust the image optically, both vertically and horizontally, and this is extremely important and convenient. The biggest benefit here is that the image remains untouched. No digital correction, no artificially straightened lines, no loss of sharpness. Everything stays clean and natural. The N3 Ultimate can handle significantly larger adjustments compared to most competitors, up to 130% vertically and around 53% horizontally, which gives you a level of flexibility that was simply not possible in this segment up until recently. Now, to be very clear, this doesn't completely eliminate the need for Keystone correction. If your projector is placed at an extreme angle, you will still need some digital correction, but in many real-world situations, you can avoid it entirely. And if you're someone who pays attention to image quality, that's definitely something to be appreciated. The second piece of magic is the motorized gimbal. And yes, this is as cool as it sounds. Instead of physically adjusting the projector, you can control the angle using the remote up, down. It is smooth, precise, and effortless. If you've ever struggled with positioning a projector, using boogs, adjustment legs, climbing on chairs, this is completely changing the experience. Even with high ceilings or awkward placements, getting the perfect angle becomes trivial. This so-called by JMGO 3-in-1 system, namely the dual direction lens shift, the optical zoom with very wide range, and the AI gimbal are redefining spatial freedom in projection. All of them deliver lossless coverage across a much larger than usual wall area. These three technologies are engineered as one system. Remove any of them, and true lossless image quality and spatial freedom won't be achieved. I'd like to showcase two more very interesting features. This is the optical image optimization, letting the projector choose the most optimal image settings based on the algorithms. And there also is this AI special image memory, which preserves the gimbal settings for particular use cases, such as switching to ceiling mode or wall mode and so on. Here I keep two options, one for gaming and another slightly elevated when watching movies and TV shows. It might be addictive because saves the hassle from manually tuning the image each and every time. Naturally, these thoughts lead me to the design and the build quality topic. First, unboxing experience is memorable. The box is heavy and you can immediately tell this is a premium product. JMGO have done a great job with packaging and you even get a dedicated carrying case. Now, realistically, you won't use it every day, but if you travel, go camping or want to move the projector safely, it is a very nice addition. The construction itself is solid. JMGO continues to follow its recognizable design language, clean, modern, and distinct. Once you've seen one of their projectors, you can immediately tell it's theirs. On the back, plenty of ports, everything you would expect and need is here. And then, of course, the gimbal, which is not just functional, but also very nicely integrated into the design. And I have to mention the remote because it deserves it. Aluminium body, backlit buttons, programmable key, built-in gyroscope. This is a premium remote, a noticeable upgrade over JMGO's mid-range and entry-level models. Now, looking at the technical side, this projector is stacked. You get class-leading brightness, an adjustable throw ratio which makes it flexible for both short and long distances, and a very capable MediaTek quad-core processor paired with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. Performance-wise, the system is flying. Everything feels fast, responsive, it's very smooth. It also covers the BT color gamut, includes optical image optimization. There is smart obstacle avoidance, Dolby Audio, Dolby Vision certification, and all of this runs on the Google TV operating system. To me, there are two things that stand out the most here: the processing power and the connectivity options. The combination of strong hardware and multiple ports makes it very versatile. And yes, the low latency claims are real, but let's talk about this properly. Gaming is where projectors have traditionally struggled, but things are changing fast. Here, with the dedicated gaming mode enabled, latency drops significantly. The advertised ultra-low latency is not active all the time, of course. You need to switch to the proper mode, but once you do, the experience is impressive. If timing matters, this is absolutely usable, and more importantly, it's fun. Playing on such a massive screen completely changes the experience. This setup can even be an alternative to certain immersive setups like VR, especially if you prefer a more relaxed experience. And yes, driving a Formula 1 car on a huge screen like this feels incredible, especially if you still enjoy the era when Formula 1 was, let's say, a bit more exciting than today, but that's a different topic. Audio is Dolby certified, and it sounds like it, clear, detailed, with enough presence to enjoy content without immediately needing external speakers. Listen. Since I have your attention, let's get quiet and try to distinguish the fan noise. Yes, very well controlled. Even at maximum brightness and under load, N3 Ultimate remains quiet enough not to distract you. And since I like to go deeper, here's the thermal view. The warmer zones are visible, but temperatures are well managed. This is a balanced system, no overheating concerns here. Autofocus and auto Keystone corrections are of course present, and while we are looking at how they behave, it's worth spending a minute to talk about the smart features. There is a dedicated JMGO app that can be used as a remote control, but since this thing is running Google TV, integration is excellent, Chromecast is built in, and if you're using more advanced platforms such as Home Assistant, this can fit perfectly fine into your ecosystem. Speaking of software, Netflix certification is present, although with their recent price increases, I personally have mixed feelings about that service, but from a technical standpoint, everything works as expected. Widevine L1 certification ensures that all the major streaming platforms, Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, Hulu, and so on, run at full quality. And thanks to the hardware, the interface is fast, navigation is smooth, everything feels responsive. This is one of those systems where you don't feel like you need an external box, it's all Google certified, and there will be updates for quite some time. Now, the drawbacks. First, the eye protection feature is a bit slow. Actually, if you set it to high sensitivity, the responsiveness is much faster. Second, the price. Super competitive for what it offers, but still high. This is a premium product, no question about it, and realistically, many people won't fully utilize everything that it offers. Yeah, it's been for years when I've been very careful when saying that a projector can replace a TV. In many cases, it simply can't. But now, things are changing. This is one of those projectors that makes you rethink the statement. The N3 Ultimate is a true flagship, packed with innovation, extremely flexible, delivering top-tier image quality. Yes, long-term performance is always a question, but JMGO has been doing this since 2011, and with this level of engineering and so many patents in this space, I wouldn't worry about it too much. So if you are considering packing this up, check the link in the description below. I've also secured a dedicated code for you, which brings the price down to the lowest possible level currently available, especially combined with the early bird discount if you decide to go for it. That said, if you're looking for something more budget-friendly, especially for a smaller room, still very capable, I think the N1S is a compact 4K projector that I tested a few months ago, and it's an absolute banger and currently very attractively priced. And as always, if you want to ask me something or share your own thoughts or your own experience about this kind of tech, the comments below are the best place to do it. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate your support. My name is Michael, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!